Good afternoon, Mrs. Firk, Dr. Langenfeld, fellow graduates, friends and family. It is an honor to be commencement speaker for the 2016 graduating class. Upon hearing there were auditions for the 2016 graduation commencement speech, I decided to write one because I felt as though I owed at least this much to East. I watched a few videos of commencement speeches from the classes that have gone before us, and I noticed a common theme. They typically began with memories of the common fears of a freshman, such as being shoved into a locker, and how the 4 years they have had to grow at East helped them develop into the person graduating that day. I knew that I would not be able to write a speech like this for one reason. I've only been at East for 2 years. I transferred here my junior year. So it's fitting to say that my experience at East is perhaps as unique as East itself. I remember the day I came into East right before the start of my junior year to register. I was scared of what my mom would think about East. Why? My previous high school was a private school, and East was supposedly a public school that some thought lacked order and responsibility. It was some big, scary building full of scary people, which I now know could not be further from the truth. As my mother and I walked down the halls from station to station, we were continuously greeted by some of the nicest staff and faculty members we had ever met. Many of them welcomed me and told me about how happy and proud they were to be a part of the school and how they had never felt a greater presence of community than at East. And I now know exactly what they meant. Never before have I felt this sense of belonging, community, and friendship. East is a school full of diverse people from every walk of life, and through East's diversity, I myself have become a much more well-rounded and accepting person. The people I have met at East are some of the most wonderful people I've met in my entire life. I remember my junior year, my first year at the school, when I didn't know very many of you, and I was elected as the junior homecoming representative, and how that made me feel inside. I remember all of the pep rallies, seeing the whole school together, the ugly man pageants, all of the fun jokes and laughs, and the sincere talents and performances. I remember how all these things made me feel inside. And I remember so much more from my 2 years at East, but it's so hard to put everything into words, not only from fear of leaving out details and past events, but also because I know exactly how I feel about East inside my heart, and to simply put that into words would be rather difficult. From looking around this room, I can tell that you feel this way too. Your experiences and the memories most important to you are likely different from mine, and while each of us has a unique perspective on what this school has meant to us, we can be grateful that it provided an environment where our uniqueness was accepted, welcomed, and even celebrated. East also provided us with an environment full of opportunities to learn, grow, and challenge ourselves, to become better people, and make the communities around us better places. One opportunity East has given me is the opportunity to speak at my high school graduation ceremony alongside the person who has been my best friend since kindergarten, and that's truly an amazing thing. I know that a year from now you will likely have forgotten the words that I have said today. You also forgot that I sang in choir or ran in cross country, if you even knew that about me. But I want you to know that I will never forget the way you all have made me feel. In the words of Maya Angelou, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I left my previous high school because I wanted to feel like I belonged somewhere. I wanted to be happy, and I wanted to love my high school. You, my fellow classmates, and the faculty, teachers, and administration of East High School have made me feel like I belonged in this school. You made this place feel like home to me, and I will never be able to thank you enough for that. It brings tears to my eyes knowing that my time at East is done, and I was only able to experience 2 years of it, but I know that these were among the best years of my life. I look forward to the future and know that when we cross paths again, wherever our lives may take us, that despite our unique journeys, we will still hold that common bond of the community of East High and welcome each other with open arms. I know that for the rest of my life, I will always remember the way East has made me feel. Thank you so much. And when I say this, I mean it with absolute sincerity that I love you all.